Peace. It's Travis Soda Well. The world according to L. Giving you a new perspective on the same old same. I'm giving you a perspective. It's going to change how you think in your brain. Get us moving in that right direction. Right? Get us on the path of our purpose, of our God self. Unlocking that. We're just going to talk about regular things that's going on. I know I was just playing that Kendrick's, GNX, Whacked Out Merles. And one thing I've been adding into my life recently is really my theme song playlist, right? And it's common in coaching that you have a thing called daily affirmations. And I've heard it's like a mantra. That's one way people do it. This is where spirituality really comes together in what we're really doing with spirituality. Spirituality is our mind. The spirit is the unconscious level, and our soul is our mind. It's the mental level. So you got soul, you got a mind, use it. And all we can do is think, yap, and do. Take action. So back to the exercise, right? A mental exercise of affirmation. All affirmation is really a mantra. We know the holy people, the most spiritual, are the ones that repeatedly do things like say a mantra, do the own, make a sound. Well, then there are people that get into their bodies, the whirling dervishes. They're physical, but again, they're doing the same thing, spinning. And what I'm working on is music is how I affirm. But you can write it out, right? Write these same things. Also creating an identity for yourself. You know, when, whatever new habit you're trying to do for your new year resolution is instead of focusing on doing something, focus on being something, being the person that does that thing. And one of the tactics we use is to affirm it every day. Write it out. All sorts of different ways to do it. What I'm focusing in is when I'm tapping into my emotional account. I do that through music. And I've always done that. But it just clicked the other day, like, oh, okay, why am I thinking, man, I need to do these affirmations. I've been doing good on the daily where I'm at and where I want to be. Been doing good with that. I'm like, I need to add this affirmation piece. And it just hit me. It's like, I do affirmations. I do it in music. I do it without words. I like that gangster stuff. Now, I'm an 80s baby, Midwest. So, right on brand. Of course, I like the West Coast. That's what's coming to mind right now. All right, classic Boondocks episode talking about Ice Cube. Ice Cube just dropped a new one called Man Down. And I've been on the Ego Maniac on that song. And in the remix, he says the ego's the cheat code. And the classic way to look at it is ego is edging God out. There's two parts to ourselves. We all have ego. It's just in how we're using it. And you have to have some ego to truly reach your higher self, to truly connect with God, with your God self. You can't just be given all the time. You have to get. It is an exchange, the energy exchange of giving and receiving. And if you want to do something big, that's you wanting to do something big. What's that called? That's called ego. It's your ego of what you want to do. It's fine if Almighty Allah put that on your heart. If that's your conscience speaking, it's still your conscience. So I want to work with adults that have been successful, getting more disconnected from their true purpose. And that these sort of ideas that have been spoken out in society, really putting us to the side. Like if you're not a creep, freak, fraud, and criminal, you ain't got to worry about your ego. Said you probably need to lean into it. You probably been doing good for most of your life, and now you're successful, you're stable, and yet you feel disconnected from your purpose. You have less of a passion for life. You're just showing up, but you're not really showing up. You're not present. You don't feel the connection there. And that's what we're tapping in. That's what we're talking about when you're finding your purpose. That means you're waking up every day passionate. You're on fire. There ain't enough time compared to when you disconnected. It's like there's too much time, whatever it is. So the ego is the cheat code. What do you want to do? You want to help a lot of people? That's still your ego. No, I brought up who I like working with because I don't want to work with people that can't just say it how it is. I like saying it how it is. You got an ego. You want to help people because that's what you want to do. You want to have nice things because you want to have nice things. Not to harm other people, but you want nice things. You want other people to have nice things. That's okay. That's what drives you. No, it drives me. I'm so passionate about this because I get something out of it. But I love connecting with other people. And then the highest level is when I get to help other people level themselves up. So again, this is just an example of how we're going to continue to change our perspective. The ego is the cheat code. Whatever anybody's telling you is the bad thing, is the wrong thing, put that spin on it. Be like, is that really? Is that really? Maybe that's what I should be doing. Maybe that's why these people, whether they're politicians, whether they're entertainers in the spotlight, are doing all sorts of things. Then they turn around and be hypocrites. And they turn around, they criminals. Right? So I'm going to touch on a couple things that come up. What Drake taught me about purpose. This is the other thing. This is why I like talking with people that are clear about what's going on in the world. And I never liked Drake. And I tried to give this brother a chance. But I just never felt him. Born and raised in Lincoln, Nebraska, y'all. It's a shock to me. Now I've been habitually on the internet, right? I've been chronically on the internet since I was a teenager. So it's like a shock to me now because I stopped listening to hip hop for probably about 10 years. And it ain't until the last year that I've really started not only checking in with the music, but checking in with what people are saying about the music, right? The last time I checked in on what people were saying about the music, I was reading Vibe in the Source. Like actually, I had the magazine. You know what I'm saying? And let's be honest, I just went to the back. Double XL. That was my favorite, and I just went to the back. Right? I wanted to see what sister they had up in there, if nothing else. But that's because I ain't really always vibe with people and what they have to say about what's good and what's not good. And that's where it's like I listen to these people on the internet talking about, oh, everybody got their favorite Drake song. Not I. I ain't like none of them. I just don't like. It just doesn't vibe with me. But here's why I changed my perspective. Is I started to look at how other people could enjoy something. Whether it was a movie, whether it was music. What did this do? This opened up my mind to now seeing how could someone like a Trump, like a Kamala, like a Biden, like these politicians and be so diehard for a politician, so diehard for an entertainer. I started to seek to understand why other people did what they did by understanding how their mind worked. So that's how I've been all my life. And then when I learned psychological type, Then that was a framework I needed to understand people see the world fundamentally different from others. And I see the world fundamentally different than you Drake supporters. But this move Drake doing, and this is what I'm saying as being a grown man, a grown woman, is I always knew who this cat was, right? And what he's doing now and what he's been doing is on brand. It's always been who he is. And there's a saying, money doesn't change you, money just shines a light on who you were. Now I could get into personality type wise. So I don't know Drake enough. I have to go on what a few of my friends in the personality type community have typed this individual as. Let's just say he wants that human connection. I think this being pushed off the throne shook him. But don't nobody get to stay on the throne forever. Don't nobody. You only get your time, homie. And you're fortunate enough to have sat on it. But yeah, you get bumped off. And when that happens, people act. People act a little funny. I'm reading an audio book right now on Disney. And it was talking about the CEO. Like he resigned. It was one of them, like you resign or you get fired. That he resigned in the afternoon, and that night he couldn't reserve a table at his favorite restaurant. Now I don't know about that, right? I think about these things when I think of these entertainers and that shine you get. And when you not there no more, what that fall really is just in your daily life. You know, the perks you had, the benefits you had. And then when you not that guy no more, when you not that girl no more, how that can shake someone to their core. Especially someone who don't know the game, who don't know that you better be happy when you have it, because it's not going to last. People go up, people go down. So what Drake tell me about purpose? He showed me you going to be who you are. He showed me that when someone tells me who they are, to listen to them and to not forget it. And then to the other people that are confused and don't understand why is he doing this and that, you know, I got kind of side eye you. I'm looking to work with people that understand this game called life, this game that's going on. There are things that need to be done right now, personally, and in a bigger picture. But we ain't going to get to the bigger picture until we handle it as individuals. And if you're confused about what these entertainers, what these politicians are doing, you need to step over there and deal with that. Because we got serious work we going to do in this room right here. So come on in, join the family. You know, where we not confused. A lot of times we can be confused if we're not meeting with like-minded people. Like I said, I'm looking crazy like they talking about why did Drake do this? I'm like, why are you even worried about Drake? And then when he did what he do, why are you surprised by it? Just be like, oh, okay, yeah, I was expecting that. You know, Chris Rock had a joke talking about if Regis stabbed him in the neck with a pencil and called him the N-word. You know, funny joke. Check the clip out. But he said it'd be his fault because he should always be on the lookout for the racism. That's how I feel with anything that can harm us. We need to be on the lookout for ourselves, for our family, for our community. And we can't do this 24/7, right? That's where the anxiety come in. That's why we need to connect with people. And that's just to remain safe, to be secure, let alone to level up. You know, to level up, to take ourselves to another level, we need each other. We need coaches in life. I'm an expert on how to unlock your archetypical self, your God self, get you and keep you on the path of purpose. We got marketing experts, we got coaching experts, we got money experts, we got musician expert, we got ball players, athlete, body expert, physical experts. So we need all of us to come together. So let me hit some of my other points. I said this in the last piece of how grateful I am to Kendrick and Drake for bringing me back into this music I love that I really put to the side for a while, and that they brought me back into that. Got me. I'm about to get my dance on after I close this out. Do a little celebrating, right? Talk about affirmations, talk about celebration. I was speaking with someone working on uh, getting into shape. Because this camera don't lie. I want to look good on camera, y'all. So, like, I got to do something. I got to get moving. Because sure, some can relate. Now, I can cook too. I can bake. Before I got into this game, I was really focused on cooking. I was going to start a food truck. I'm really more a baker now looking back. That was the question though. Do I want to cook or do I want to bake? Yeah, I'm more of the baking type. So, not pork on my fork, but baking. So I made cookies and then I ate all of them. So I got to work that off still from over the end of last year. So that's what we on. Getting into affirmations, getting into the celebration, the celebratory music that reaffirms my identity. What I love about hip hop is, we get into that ego. We just dip in there and we dip out. Said we're gonna have a small window of time that we gonna listen to these rhymes, gonna dance, gonna get warm, we're gonna lay it down and chill out for the night. But that's the purpose that music serves in my life. Now, when tomorrow I wake up, I get on the grind, right? And I'm writing out where I'm at right now, what I need to do, what I'm frustrated with, what moves I need to make, and then where I want to be. The targets I have for the next couple months, and then the targets I have for years, where I'm at, where I want to be. I ain't gonna be listening to Ice Cube then. I'll be listening to straight instrumentals. I'm saying? So music has always played a role in my life. Get in that meditative state. Move around. We need that push and pull, the practice, the rest, and the performing. So, how is music important for you? Is it something else? Is it exercise? Is it multiple things? Dancing, watching a movie, snuggling with your baby boo, hanging with your family, connecting with your family, connecting with friends, yapping on the phone, yapping in real life, ritual, ceremony, doing something like I got a coffee ceremony. Said that's gonna be part of that has been. I ain't gonna be. It has been part of my morning routine for a while. And I do the whole Chemex joint, pour over. So what is it for you? What are the rituals you do day in, day out, to get you in a certain meditative state, to connect with who you are, connect with your ancestors, connecting with your family, connecting with your body, and ultimately connecting to your higher self, your God self, staying on that path of your purpose. So, yeah, talk about whatever it is for you. Exercise, music. Let me know. Drop a comment. It's Pure Sound L. It's a world according to L. Want to book a free call? where we can get you on a path, get clear about what you want to do, get clear about where you at, get clear about where you want to be and who you want to be. Click the link, 30-minute free booking. Peace.